Hello everybody, welcome back for another coin roll hunt. Today I'm going to be searching through some rolls of Canadian $1 coins, some loonies. So I've got $300 worth of $1 coins here to take a look through today. I've got a new coin album for Canadian $1 coins. This one goes from 1987 when the loonie was first put into circulation in Canada and goes up to 2008. So I will be looking to put find some coins to be able to fill spots in this album today. So far there's nothing in there. And so hopefully we'll be able to find some commemorative coins, maybe even some colored coins to fill out the album today. So let's get started and see what we can find inside these coin rolls. Okay, first roll. We'll take a look and see what we have. Okay, we had one commemorative in that first roll. This is a 2017 Canada $1 coin. This was released to commemorate Canada's 150th birthday, 1867 to 2017, and it's called Connecting a Nation. Lots of different symbols there from different regions of Canada. Okay, second roll, found a couple of commemorative coins there. This first one is the 100th anniversary of the Grey Cup, which is the trophy for the Canadian Football League. So that one's in pretty rough shape. Looks like it's got some pretty strong environmental damage there. And the other one was the centenary for the women's right to vote in Canada. So this one, 1916 to 2016. Are the dates that are listed on there. So that one's a lot better condition than the Grey Cup one. So that one will probably go into the album. Okay, third roll. We have a couple more commemorative coins. We have another one of the Canada 150 commemoratives. This one's probably in a little bit better condition than the last one. And we have this one from 2022. This is the Alexander Graham Bell commemorative. This one is the 175th anniversary of the birth of Alexander Graham Bell. And this one's also available in a colored version as well. So we'll keep an eye out for that one. Okay, I didn't find anything in roll number 4, but in roll number 5 we found some commemoratives. First of all, I found 2 of these Lucky Loonies, Olympic commemoratives. The design is pretty much the same, except they're actually from different years. One is from 2012 and the other one is from 2014, those Olympic commemoratives. So 2 Lucky Loonies there. And I found my first color coin. So this one is the Elsie McGill coin with the hurricane colored airplane graphic on there. So this one was from last year, 2023. So a pretty new coin, in pretty good shape. So great to see one color coin showing up there in the hunt so far. Hopefully we'll see maybe a few more. But it has the Elsie McGill colorized version. Okay, roll number 6, and I found another Elsie McGill colorized coin. So I think this one is maybe even in a little bit better condition than the last one. So great to see those colorized coins showing up there. So the second Elsie McGill was the only commemorative that I found in the 6th roll. Okay, roll number 7, and I have a third colorized Elsie McGill coin there. So this one is 2023 with the portrait of Queen Elizabeth on there. So this was before they released late in the year the portrait of King Charles III. So this was one of the last coins put into circulation with the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on there. So third colorized coin for the hunt. Well, no fourth Elsie McGill in that roll number 8, but I did find one commemorative. This is another Olympic Lucky Loonie, I guess. This one from 2006, showing the loon settling in for a landing there. So one more Lucky Loonie in this hunt. Roll number 9, one more Canada 150 commemorative. Okay, we had a few more commemoratives in roll number 10. We had another one of the Canada 150 commemoratives. We had 2 of these peacekeeping commemoratives from 1995. One of the early commemoratives for the loonies. 2 of those. Also had 2 of the commemorative for the 75th anniversary of the UN Charter. This one's also available in a colored version. Looks really good with bright colors on there. And we had one more Lucky Loonie, a different design this time to the ones we found before. This one from 2004, an Olympic commemorative. This is the first Lucky Loonie that was put into circulation. Okay, in rule number 11, I found another peacekeeping coin. Also found this 2019 commemorative, which is called Equality, and marks 50 years in the struggle for equal rights in Canada. See the years on there, 1969 to 2019. And I don't know if you can read the artist initials there, J.A. That is a Vancouver artist named Joe Average, who designed the artwork for this coin. And thirdly, I had the centennial coin for the Toronto Maple Leafs from the National Hockey League, 1917 to 2017. So 100 years for the Toronto Maple Leafs hockey team. Okay, one last roll to go. See what we find in the last roll. Okay, last roll. To go along with the Toronto Maple Leafs centennial coin, here is the centennial coin for the Montreal Canadiens, another NHL team. So you can see there 1909 to 2009, celebrating 100 years of the hockey team in Montreal. I found another one of the Grey Cup centennial coins. This one in a lot better condition than the last one I found, so this one will probably go into the album. I found one of these Canada 125 after finding a whole bunch of those Canada 150. Then I got the 125th anniversary of Canada commemorative coin showing the Parliament buildings there in Ottawa. And finally, the last one I found was this one. This is the Klondike Gold Rush commemorative coin, 1896 to 2021. This one also comes in a colorized version with a little red design over here on the left-hand side in the colorized version. So I'm going to go through these coins now and sort them out the best examples to put in the album, and then I'll bring you back in to see how the album is looking at the end. Okay, I've sorted out all the definitive coins to pick out the best examples for the album. Lots of coins from the late 80s. Not surprising, they minted a bunch during those years to get the loonies into circulation. No loonies were put into circulation between 1996 and 2002, so no coins to find for those years. Only one from 2004. Not really surprising, that was a fairly low mintage year. Only one from 2008, which is a little bit more surprising as it wasn't really a low mintage year. Didn't find one from 2010. That was a fairly low mintage year. A bunch from 2012, 2013. Those were high mintages. Surprised to see quite so many from 2015. That wasn't really a high mintage. No 2017. A little bit surprising. Only one from 2020. I don't know what the mintage numbers are on those, but maybe it's a lower mintage year. Only found one from 2020. Well, here's how the album looks now after going through all those rolls of loonies. I did pretty well, I think. There's only a few that I didn't manage to find. 2003 was a transition year where they brought in a new portrait for the Queen, and so some of the coins for 2003 had the older portrait, while some of them had the newer portrait. So the previous portrait was this diadem portrait, while then the new one was with no crown. So some of the 2003s had the diadem and some of them were the uncrowned. So I didn't find one, the 2003 with the diadem. I didn't find this one, the Terry Fox commemorative coin, the Marathon of Hope from 2005. I think I had that one previously just from getting it from in pocket change or whatever, but I didn't find it in this coin roll hunt. And then there was one other lucky loonie there, the 2008 one, that I didn't find in this hunt as well, even though I did find a few of the other Olympic ones. But I did find this war memorial as well as I was going through the definitives. I don't think I mentioned that one as I was opening up the rolls, but I did manage to find that 1994 war memorial one as well. So it looks pretty good. I'll keep an eye out for those other three and try to finish the album. So, but it's a pretty good result from this hunt. I kept some of the newer definitives and commemoratives, so if I get the next album after this one, the 2009 and onward, I'll be able to fill those out. Other than that, the rest of the coins are pretty much all rolled up and ready to go back to the bank. So thank you for joining me on this first Loonie hunt that I've put on my channel, and being able to fill out this coin album. So hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned. There'll be more coin hunts and album fills videos in the future. Take care. Bye bye.